Kate Cameron. Kate, you're wearing Manitoba blues, but I'm sure you're not feeling the Manitoba blues after that win.
Yeah, no, that was a good start for sure.
Do you feel like you're a dark horse at this event? You have so much experience, and a lot of pundits are calling you guys a team to beat at this thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd use the word dark horse. I think we've had some highs and lows this season, and I think we know we can perform, and we just have to put that team forward. So, yeah.
Great game all the way through. A little bit of trouble there in the 6th and 7th. Then you stopped the bleeding with a draw for 2 and 8.
Yeah.
How important was that shot?
Yeah, I think honestly the 7th end wasn't great by us. We were just chatting about that one. We felt like we were just on the wrong side of almost every shot that end. So I think that kind of killed us a little bit. But yeah, nice to rebound in 8. And I think we went into 8 saying, hey, we just need to score here. So I think the 2 was a bonus, but we put ourselves in a good position for the deuce.
It feels right that there's a team full of Manitoba Tuckers out there. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's nice to have another one of me on my team.
Thank you, Clancy. That was a real business-like performance out there. Great to open up with the win. How do you feel?
Yeah, definitely. Like first game of the event, you just want to kind of feel good about the ice and learn it, feel comfortable. Always a bonus to get the win too. So
it looked like you got ahead of the 8 ball much faster than Team English did. Did that reflect that way as well?
I think we just took our time early, kind of trying to really find the speeds and nail those. And we thought if we can do that, then that will give us a bit of an edge. So happy with how we were able to do that to start.
Rocks in great positions all game along as well. Is that by design? Were you willing to mix it up?
Yeah, we always are kind of willing to mix it up a little bit, and if we're going to play, we're going to play, so that's what we came here to do today.
And you faced off against Danielle, feels like a bunch of times throughout your career. How important is it to win on this national stage?
Yeah, definitely. Like every single game you get is kind of its own mini tournament. Every end is even its own mini tournament, so we're just trying to win more ends, and if we can get the win at the end of the game as well, then that's a bonus, so we'll take anything we can get.
Was that game the score a little not indicative of how the game was? I mean, you looked like you were playing pretty well there.
I thought that was our best start that we've had all year in our first game of an event. I thought we played really well. We gave up a bad steal on the 7th end. She made a great shot, and I didn't quite make mine. But other than that, I'm really happy with the game.
But then the 8th end, you made what we will call a clutch shot. To you, it's probably just another shot.
No, that was a clutch one. Yeah, It's just because I had to go a little bit wider. It was a little bit guess on the speed, and we made it. And I mean, being up in the game and giving up a steal in 7, you definitely don't want to give up a steal in 8. So that was a big one in the game.
So it's been an emotional week for you with the announcement and everything else. Was the feeling going into this game different than it was from previous Scotty Opens?
No, honestly, like throughout my career, first time I step on the Scotties ice, I still get that same adrenaline rush, which is why I've played for I don't even know how many years, but because it's still so much fun and it felt the same. I do find myself kind of trying to soak up the atmosphere, maybe just that little bit more, but other than that, it just feels like curling and one of my favorite events with some of my favorite people, and I'm just having a great time.
How do you balance soaking in all the last moments here, as well as focusing on what you have to do on the ice to win this week?
I think it actually, it's what I've done my whole career is just love the moment. And so soaking it up here and loving the moment is just what it's all about for me. And like I said, no matter when we lose and, throughout this event, it's going to be a great week.
How do you feel the team dynamic has changed this year at all, going from 5 players to 4? Is it more defined role, do you think, this year in the team?
Yeah, I think so. It hasn't changed all that much because it was basically the same team. But I know for Emily, like instead of bouncing between lead and second, she's really got to focus on second, and so that probably makes it a little bit easier.
It looked like it was a bit of a struggle early on. Did you get that feeling out there?
Yeah, no idea what the ice is going to be like, so the first game is always going to have a few more misses than the rest of the week. And yeah, just kind of learning the spots and just a little bit on the wrong side of the inch there too many times, and we were able to put together a few good ends there.
The 3-ender was obviously the pivotal change in the game.
I think the steal 2 was the pivotal change in the game and momentum swing, going from a little bit tighter to then all of a sudden they're chasing. So.
TSN was saying they thought that for whatever your front end was letting you down, that you were bailing your team out through the first half of that game. Did you get that feeling at all?
No, not at all. Front end never lets us down. They're phenomenal athletes, and learning from their shots because they're the ones throwing them first up. So learn from theirs and learn how to make it really good on ours. And they're phenomenal sweepers and put my rocks into precise spots and helped us win that game.
So does it matter to you the first game whether it's a tight game or a lopsided game at all?
Yeah, I think you get. Win it, so. No, well, win's a win. That's always good. But I think the more shots you can play and the more experience you can get with different lines and throwing different shots, and more information you're going to get for the next game.